Hello everyone and welcome back to Bad Battle, the show where literally nothing matters and everything I say is useless. Today we're going to be talking about a literal bloodbath of a fight between the only two characters that can get angrier than me when doing this show. This episode will be taking a look at Ryuko Muay Thai from Akame ga Kill la Kill versus Detective Comics The Atrocious Atrocitus. Everyone says that this fight is super thematic and that the characters have a ton of similarities, but also just that it's a massive stomp that does not work as a fight. And yes, they're right. And yet everyone still manages to get it wrong. People clearly need my help as always, and honestly, I got nothing better to do. So without further ado, I'm here to put an end to this debate once and for all, and show all of you guys why this is such a bad battle. Let's do this. Ryuko is an edgy anime character with an oh-so-edgy backstory. She was a failed experiment that was tossed out by her mother, saved by her father who was killed by one scissor, and thus she swore revenge teaming up with a living life fiber suit named Senketsu, and often looking like this. God, I am so getting demonetized. Whereas Atrocitus, I am so sorry for you, buddy. Literally, everybody has been saying that Atrocitus can scale to Green Lantern, who can fly across the universe in an hour, hold back a big banged Imperiex, and take reality-shattering assaults to the face time and time again. But if you actually think that Atrocitus can do all of this too just because he's another Lantern, then you clearly have no idea how colors work. Just like how there are different ranges of attack potency, there are completely different ranges across the electromagnetic spectrum of colors. There are different Lantern cores for a reason. In fact, if we take a look at this color wheel, we can tell that red and green are exact opposites of each other, so there is literally no way that they scale. That's just basic color theory. The fact of the matter is, you can't just scale red to green in the same way that you can scale light green to green, because at least they're in the same color range. And Atrocitus isn't a light green lantern, so whoops. So if you couldn't tell by now, the proper way to scale Atrocitus is to look at other red lanterns. One of the most prominent red lanterns in the core is Dex-Starr, who is a cat. And as we discovered before in our Goku vs Naruto episode, cats like Beerus only possess couch to multi-couch level durability and power through scaling to higher end cat feats. And unless you've got some really tough couches, that's not going to be enough to destroy the universe. And sure, Dex-Starr is technically the pet of Atrocitus, but even if we put Atrocitus at large furniture level, it's still not nearly enough to match Ryuko. Ryuko can cut through skyscrapers, blast through a moon's worth of life fibers, and in the If game is universal with Senketsu Kisaragi form, which totally counts. Remember, everyone is universal if you try hard enough. Except for Atrocitus, who scales to a fucking cat. A lot of people also like to say that Atrocitus is massively faster than light because he can keep up with Green Lantern in combat. Well, first of all, traveling faster than the speed of light isn't even possible, so no. And second of all, you definitely can't scale red to green here because of how different their wavelengths are. Yes, red wavelengths are the longest, but that actually means that they have the smallest frequency intervals, and therefore the least amount of energy. That means that the red lanterns are packing the least amount of speed and stamina out of any lantern core, and Ryuko's ridiculous healing can definitely let her outlast a lantern charge with that little energy. And then there are people who say that Atrocitus can just replicate Senketsu or anything else in Ryuko's arsenal, but that's a no limits fallacy. It doesn't matter that they say that the ring can create practically anything, because we haven't seen it create literally everything. And even the things that the ring might be able to create, like a pair of Omnitrix cutting scissors, doesn't compare to alumni scissor blades that are tens of thousands of feet long. And I can already hear you all shouting in the back, but Atrocitus uses blood magic and blood rituals to increase his abilities and cause devastating results. Yay, blood! But remember, Senketsu's entire method for powering up is draining blood. All Ryuko has to do is stick her glove needle into Atrocitus to get Senketsu high on blood magic, and then Atrocitus is nothing more than a California raisin. While again, Atrocitus has no way to siphon Ryuko's life fibers or stop their regeneration. But if you really want more proof after all of that, Atrocitus is from Detective Comics. Ryuko is from a universe where kill is literally in the name twice. What did you think would happen? I personally have never met a detective who did not eventually die. And besides, DC characters are fodder anyway, so what matchups are they even gonna win? You guys know how this ends. Ryuko wins this fight 10 times out of 10. This is just a bad battle. Guess Atrocitus just isn't all the rage after all. Dex-Star is cool though. Hashtag justice for Dex-Star. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If this is your first time, yes, this video was a joke, and I really hope I didn't have to tell you that. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, comment your comments down below, subscribe if you could too, that would be amazing. Of course, I'm still super busy with everything I have to do, but it was so cool to finally make this episode of Bad Battle. I promise there is more Bad Battle to come, and there is more of everything to come. It just may take some time, but regardless, thank you all so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, that's it for me. I will see all of you guys in the next video. Peace out.